Hi, sixth grade parents. Welcome to Curriculum Night, the Histography version. I am Sarah Asher, and I have been at Seabury for 19 years. This is my 19th year. I've been teaching social sciences for over 20 years, and I love teaching, and I love teaching geography, or histography as I call it. I've made up a lot of terms in my class, totally made it my own. For example, you may have heard your child call me Lady Asher. That's because I own a wee bit of land in Scotland, and by wee bit, I mean a wee bit. By owning land in Scotland, I have the right to a title of lady. I think it has a ring to it, so you're welcome to call me Lady Asher as well, or you can call me Mrs. Asher. I'm projecting my syllabus just to highlight some of the points that I think are really important. I'm going to talk about the meaning of histography in just a moment. I will answer emails until about 8 p.m. Anything after 8 I may not answer that day, but I really strive to answer emails within a 24-hour time period. If I don't answer within 24 hours, please feel free to give me an email nudge to have me answer your email. There is no textbook that I use regularly, though I do have textbooks in my classroom that students are more than welcome to check out if they need it. I made up the word histography many years ago. It's a mix of history and geography, and I was doing a little research in trying to explain what is geography to the students today. And I read something that I had read many, many years ago, but it kind of reinforced what I already do in class. John Dewey, the fundamental writer of early 20th century American education, said that geography and the complementary study of history become essential to what is good in education, the promotion of growth, that is the human experience. So I really strive to bring the human experience into the classroom and have the students build on their knowledge of the world or to establish a knowledge of the world. My hope is to lay a really firm foundation for students to grow in social science classes at Seabury or beyond the walls of Seabury, using the concrete knowledge and facts that I give them. I teach histography for 2 years, so I teach 6th and 7th grade. Geography is kind of a science of society. Geography makes natural connections to humans, and they're intertwined. Those geography, the science, and the human connections. History makes those human connections more deep into the experience of being human. But that human experience wouldn't happen except for geography. So geography and history are always intertwined. The two cannot be without the other. Hence, histography. So I touch on both history and geography, physical and cultural, in my class this year and next year. Geography, Dewey said as well, is the queen of the social sciences, which I think is pretty cool. I'm at least a lady, if not a queen, of the social sciences. There's a lot of concrete learning that goes on in my class. 2 of my goals for histography is to develop a sense of global community and to have a mental map of the entire world. So those are 2 things that I want students to come away with when they leave my room in 7th grade. There are other things that I want them to have as well, but that concrete learning is one of the most basic and the one that you can see the most. My ultimate goal for students is really to educate for peace. To learn about a world beyond our borders allows us to see that we are alike in our differences. We are bound together in our human pursuits, no matter where we live. I hope to instill that people have more in common than they have differences. I see the world as a beautiful, multifaceted gem. Each of those facets represents a different culture in the world, and there are so many facets. One facet isn't better than another facet. Each facet reflects a different experience of being human and being a part of the whole gem. But each facet is still a part of the whole. So each culture, each experience is beautiful in its own right. One is not better than the other. Mark Twain, the notable American writer, said that travel, and I would argue, knowledge of other cultures, is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one corner of the earth all one's lifetime. So I hope by broadening a world view, by showing those facets of that beautiful gem, prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness will be put out. It will be gone, I hope. To achieve these goals of peace and creating a mental map in their heads in a global community, I'm moving to a course-wide mastery learning model. What does that mean? I'm still going to have homework, and I'm still going to look at it and take it up, but I'm not going to grade for correctness, no right or wrong. I'm just going to make sure that the student has tried. And then in class, I will use that homework as a tool for learning. Every homework assignment I give either backs up what I've talked about in class, it goes deeper into a skill that I've already talked about. They all work together, and I want students to just complete and to try. I don't want them to be anxious about their schoolwork, about tests and quizzes. They'll have quizzes, map quizzes on a regular basis, but they're going to have up to 5 chances to show mastery on these map quizzes. Unit tests will also have multiple chances to show mastery. If students are having a hard time showing mastery, that's when I can dig a little deeper into what's going on. But I really want students to be less anxious and to enjoy learning and learning about the world, because the world is such a cool place. Speaking of anxiety, for about 4 years now, I've been teaching mindfulness in the classroom. Mindfulness doesn't have a religion, doesn't have a creed. It's just being centered on yourself and overcoming those things that are in our minds that give us anxiety and tension, and we really need that today. I usually start class out by ringing a bell, which indicates that it's time to settle into mindfulness. We sit quietly without devices, without loud music, for about 2 minutes. Sometimes I'll lead students through a guided meditation. Sometimes I'll have the Calm app on with lovely nature sounds, or the music is okay too. Anyway, the point is to teach them to just be calm, to breathe, to focus, and to center. I need that some days really, really badly. So calm is for all of us, and mindfulness. You can see these are the topics that we'll cover in 6th grade. Right now we're doing an overview of the world. We're just settling into it. We'll go to Asia and Oceania, the Middle East, and a little bit of Latin America this year as well. There will be some group work from a distance. There'll be lots of videos, lots of class activities and discussions. I encourage students to participate with confidence and respect and just be a model of a good global community. If I have left out anything, or you just have a general question about the class, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here to answer all your questions. I really appreciate you watching this video, and I look forward to having a great year and getting to know the students even better. Thank you.